There's the YouTube stream up and running. Hopefully it doesn't kill our bitrate. Well, yeah, because your 14-year-old Corolla was overbuilt for what it was needed for. Oh, hold on. Let me go hit the restroom real fast before we get all dirty and started with this stuff. Here, watch the rest of the shop for a minute. Merry Thursdays. that damn noise? Hello, Z-Man. What in the hell on God's green earth is that noise? Is that the ABS running its bleed procedure?
No, it's a fucking alternator.
Oh. It wants to go back to its people in space. It's trying to start its new dimension. That alternator's making a bunch of noise. Yeah, well, it's not shot yet. It's still spinning. All right, so now he's got the ticket in here. Which is this. Okay. This is a GTI with 167 460. 167 460. 167 460. Well, that'll make 2 free engines I have. Milky. Actually, maybe 3. Speaking of which, I need to go get that. The dude. So, guy from the vape store has a E36 BMW engine and transmission that he's trying to offload. I think he would prefer to sell it, but mostly they need it out of their parking spot, out of their garage, out of their apartment. I don't know where it is, but it's somewhere that it's not supposed to be, and they need it gone. And I'm like, well, I mean, I happen to know a guy who might have a place to put an engine, at least for a while. The transmission on it's trashed, but the engine's apparently good. You know what honestly is killing it all for me right this moment where it comes to YouTube is the 6-hour thing. That's what's killing me. I hate breaking up the stream. Because it's like running a marathon and then stopping halfway through to, you know, have lunch and then be like, all right, get back to it. I'll kind of kill the momentum. Holy Jeebus. This thing's been put up for a while. And also, Root Beer, tonight I fully intend on zombie smashing. And if any of you guys haven't been playing 7 Days to Die, and you would like to come play 7 Days to Die with us on the server that Root Beer's got up, you should ask Root Beer for the IP and password, because damn it's fun. The cities are just so cool now. Like, there's streets and, like, actual streets, stop signs, all that shit. Right? I need to do that too. No, they've just released Alpha 20. They did some major visual improvements. It looks really good. It runs a lot smoother than it used to. I don't know if that was 7 days. Is that woman gonna wake up today or what? So yeah, I mean it's doing fine. We even like root beer. We started on the Navigaine map because root beers was, I guess, mildly retarded and couldn't figure out how to get the random world gen map to work. But then he figured it out. So we transferred our characters over to the random world gen, and oh my god, it is so cool. It is so cool. Like, it's one of those kind of things where you're driving through. It's cool because you're on your mini bike and it feels like you're driving through a regular city, like not a, you know, oh, we put a house here and we put a building over here and we put another house here. It's like laid out like it makes sense. Does that make sense? I don't know. It feels more immersive when you're walking through the city because you're like in a city. And it's randomly generated, which is even cooler. So you could do it again and again and again, and it's different every time. Well, I would say this axle boot has a little bit to be desired, maybe. Somebody's put a ball joint on it, that's good. New oil pan, nothing unusual there. These things get cracked all the time from random debris hitting them. What else? The turbocharger seems intact. This axle is, hey, this one's intact. Look at that. Isn't that amazing? Yep, it's intact all the way around, mind you. They use the clamp that is far too big for this. You can play music on it. It's hemorrhaging oil everywhere because the dipstick tube is gone. So that's off to a good start. Ooh, look at that chunk in the rotor. Look at that. What the fuck, dude? That's awesome. Has this side got any lovely choice ones like that? Nope, not on the inside. What happened over here? I have a theory, judging from the scratch going all the way around there, and then that chunk, and the new ball joint. Anybody want to make any assumptions here? God damn it. The bit rate's tanking. Wait, who can see me? The internet seems okay.
So Noah going to be able to do the next one by himself? You've taught him well?
Absolutely. We got a tube? Yeah.
If any of them want to come in Monday, I'm going to bring them in, John.
Okay. Huh. So that was purely Twitch this time. Because YouTube didn't have any issues. These backs. All right. Did you know that this tube in the state of California is known to cause cancer? As well as this. And probably this plastic bag. Did you know that this bag could kill you? I think we should ban all the plastic bags right now because this bag could kill you. If you weren't aware of that, I'm glad you found out here. Yeah, It's a little snug. I'm here to warn you all about all the things that are dangerous in the world, and the world should be safe and padded.
If you want to ever retire, you're going to have to teach Noah everything you know.
I'll just teach him all the things that he needs to know.
Okay.
I got to save some stuff for myself until it's time to retire. Yep, I'll have a book that says John's Secrets on how to fix Volkswagens so Noah can read it and know what to do. Ah, fuck you. Eric says, I wish you'd read a damn book. What a dick. He knows I can't read. Right? I'm sanding down the tube a little bit because that helps it be a little less sticky. Because when it's too sticky, then you tend to break these because they get old and brittle, and then this gets stuck in it, and then suddenly you pull most of it out when you pull the dipstick. Plot twist. Actually, what actually happens, because Root Beer says plot twist, California is the cancer. I would argue that plot twist is everything about California causes cancer, and so we should just stop it with California. Just go ahead and crack it off at the Rockies and push it on out to the ocean. Good luck, boys. You're a floating island now. Get to it. It's a little better. Not quite as sticky. Because you do want it to be sealed up, but you don't want it to be like, there's some that I've put it in and then immediately broke the new tube because it was so tight. Which, I guess automotive is one of those moments where you don't want it to be super tight. Other places, I guess it depends. Depends on what you're doing. All right, well, let's get this dipstick tube on and figure out how much oil's in here. Because the main complaint, which I haven't updated the overlay for yet because I'm an asshole, is that the red oil light is flashing sometimes. And then the other complaint is the other lights that are on, which is like the ABS module and all sorts of other stuff. However, I'm not sure what he expected when he purchased said car, judging from the front. Because I might be a little bit of an ass. By a lot. But when you purchase a car that the front end looks like this, I don't think you're looking for the most primo available automobile that exists today. I think you might be looking for a pile of shit. So let's go ahead and actually update this. Because this is not a 2000 whatever the hell that says, 2012 Jetta. This is a 2002 Volkswagen. Red oil light flashing. ABS / brakes light flashing. It'll buff out. Absolutely. All right, now we got to get the rest of this dipstick tube off of that down there. So this is always the fun part when you get to go down there and dig that out. So let's see if we can let you guys watch as well as let me see what the hell I'm doing. There's somewhere around here I can jam this flashlight. Perfect. And this is when pick tools are critical. Look at that. Amazing. Where's my grabber thing? Where is my grabber thing? No, you see my grabber? You know, the little stupid grabby thing?
What was that?
You seen the, like, 4-foot long little stupid grabby thing? Let me use yours real quick. You got one too, don't you? One of these damn drawers. That one.
Here it is. I know.
You moved it just to confuse yourself. Okay. It's around here somewhere. Yep. Look at that. They didn't even have it all the way on. What's left of it? Dipstick tube? Golly, this thing is so oily. I gotta move something first. So before we install that, what we gots to do, gots to do it, is we gotta move this. And it is oily as a mother. So I'm going to grab my gloves. Yeah, that didn't do anything what I wanted it to do. Looks like somebody literally took the name golf. See, you kids these days don't realize how easy you got it. That's the problem, because you're going to fill it up with a pump and everything when you fill it up. I had to fill it up with a fucking suction gun. You go one fucking drip at a time, and you do that for 20 minutes until it's full. I had to complain to the office that I need a pump for years before they got one. Fine, quit bitching. Speaking of, do you have my 5? There it is. Need that for this. We need 10 first because we got to get this off. Then we get the other piece off. Jesus. You use some long bolts there much, bud? Oh, it's not a 5 because they've ruined it and they've replaced all the bolts with God knows what. So we get to play guess the size. Looks like a 10. Winner, winner, chicken brenner. That's all we need. Don't even need to take it all the way off. Because we just got to be able to take this thing down here, stick this over this, right there. We gotta put whoo, about to drop everywhere. This because we got to do a little percussive installation, which it's pretty hard to grab onto. This thing's always scary because what it does is this just slips over and clips onto it like that, so you got to force it down real hard to make this spread. which it is in fact like that. So you gotta push down real hard. And usually it's easiest just to beat on it with a rubber mallet. There we go. That got it. Now you get it through here to stabilize it. And bingo bango, you have a dipstick installed. Yeah, spread it. Spread it all over like Sunday morning. I see Bax is going to be my first subscriber to my OnlyFans, eh? Soon, TM. Wait, what? I don't know. I don't know what you're talking about. Don't you dare fall. These are like the skinniest 10mm nuts I've ever run into. God bless America. Well, there it goes. Ruined. Did it hit the ground? Nope. What'd you land on? Because there ain't much up here to land on. Ruined. I have ruined this whole car. Holy shit. I bet you it fell into the radiator. All right, well, it's installed enough that we can test out the dipstick with our brand new dipstick here. We can take this, we can shove her on in there and pull her out and find out it has enough oil in it. Look at that. Isn't that amazing? I can take off this stupid tag. There. Now the question is, can I make a bunch of money from OnlyFans? Do I have that ability? Or is it just a bunch of simpy guys on there? That's really the deciding factor. That wasn't a pain in the butt. What? What hype? Okay, I'll turn down easy money then. If people want to pay me money to see my sculpted physique, then by God, they can. There's a lot of rubber hoses in here. Yeah, this thing's a mess of hoses. There's so many damn hoses going to everything. This is what I consider part of the generation of just enough computer control and just enough vacuum control to be a complete abysmal mess of everything. It's like the, because it's 2002. So like in the early 90s to mid 90s, the vacuum computer OBD1 bullshit was so bad that it's like half-ass controlled by computers, half-ass controlled by vacuum, and it was all ass is what it is. Let's go find that bolt. You're so funny, Eric. At some point, you guys are going to catch on to the inside joke. Yeah, if they're not making jokes about you, that's when you got to start to worry. That means they're talking actual shit about you. But when they make jokes to your face, then you know they're just jerking your chain. Ew. That's what happened when I went digging. So that's what I like about more modern cars, is that there's less that, except now they've instead gone to everything's wires. And then if you're really special and you're really lucky, then what you get to deal with is you get to deal with a car that has, I really hope it's not sitting on the damn alternator. Where the hell could this thing have gone? There's not many places for it to sit. Oh, I found it. It fell into the one place that it could sit. I don't know how I'm going to get it out, though. That's going to be the more interesting part. There we go. Got it. Oh, yep, everybody is special. Just because you're special doesn't mean you're useful. Because humans are like microbes. We all have a point to play in whatever it is that's going on. In the grand scheme of the universe, we are nothing more than dust. Less than dust, in fact. Dust would be more interesting. Where is... Have we gotten any of our damn sprayer stuff yet, or are we still running off cans? Didn't we order that shit like a month ago? Out. Maybe we get another can, since we haven't gotten any more of our drums. We're trying to be environmentally friendly and we can't fucking deliver the stuff. We haven't gotten any more carb cleaner yet, have we? Or brake clean?
Brake clean, yeah.
We got the big drum?
No, cans.
Oh, yeah, we just got cans. 1 second. Sir, has anybody ever told you you have a weird stream? I'm going to use the camera to spray. This is actually easier than I thought it'd be. I figured I'd make a damn mess. I'd be like shooting down there, trying to compensate, but I guess I've played enough video games I can easily go for a different frame of reference. Like back to the pan, over the transmission, back to the pan. I thought that was going to be more difficult. I really did. I'm sorry. It was a fun little dumb thing to do. I guess it depends on where you put the camera. I guess if I put it over here and I had to do it left-handed, that might be a little harder, because I don't do it left-handed too much in the first place. Oh, what were we watching about? There was something I wanted to say during one of those videos we were watching. We were watching the one about how you are a part of the world. Blah, blah, blah. What was it? Oh, you and the prodigal son. That's because you're both, which he was bringing up. But my comment to that would be, would that be because you are too? Since you have two hemispheres of your brain, and those two hemispheres are not exactly the same. And they don't exactly do the same stuff, to the point that we're kind of wondering if that means there's literally two consciousnesses inside of your head. One who cannot speak and one who can speak. And it depends on which one's the more dominant one as to which route you tend to take, whether you tend to be the more wild and brash or the more calm and collected and reserved. All right, well, we cleaned up the bottom of this thing, all right. So, now let's go up top, start it, scan it, see what the hell happens. Oh, who's calling me? Is it anybody that I care about? No, it is not.
What are you doing? Get back to work. Oh, look, a mechanic doing something like wearing gloves. How has things been for you?
Oh, they've been fine, Mr. Man. But that seems like something that would be interesting. But it's fine. Everybody gets all quiet right now. I understand. Yeah, I know. I'm ruining all of what the cleaning I just did at the bottom by spraying the top here. Oh shit, I forgot about this PCB system on this thing. It's so damn obnoxious. And it's really common to break, and it's a pain in the ass to change. I forgot all about those. The elbows. Is the elbow intact? Looks it. Ah, somebody's been in it. It's got hose clamps on it. And that's been extended out to this garbage pile here, which is pushing on that, which, does this have a hole in it? Not yet. It will soon. Unless I do that. Sweet. Wouldn't be the first time I've worked on something with skin and tissue on it. We've gotten cars in here that I've been like, deer or rabbit, dog, person? I don't know. Something happened. Usually it's on the bottom side, like round axles and stuff like that. That you'll find stuff that people have run over. Usually it's animals. I don't know for sure that anybody's run over any people yet. Unless, of course, you're the proud owner of a Toyota Avalon, and I know you've been kidnapped. Which is probably one of the weirder stories we have from a customer. What did I do with that bolt that I saved? I found it, and then I put it somewhere. It's not here next to my vaporizer. That is 100% true, American Patriot, and everybody is wise to take that into consideration. Don't blow air hoses directly at people's skin. Oh, it's right here. Because you could give them an air embolism. Embolism? Anyway, you could put air into their blood, and if that makes it to their brain, they will die. Which seems like a logical, seems like a bit of a design flaw, if you ask me. I mean, you can blow it in your eye. Again, I would suggest not doing it, but I can't stop you if you want to. I mean, in some places you go there, they do it on purpose. Like if you go to the eye doctor and they do what is it, the optical pressure test? A little gives you a little in your eye. Everybody jumps. I don't know how you don't. All right, let's see. Got a bad throwout bearing. That's the first thing on the list. What, I leave you in gear? Nope. Yep, not in gear. Just cruising. Sounds okay. Check the fans. Ew, gross. I mean, you gotta assume that that's the case. Like, there are people that work at body shops that have probably seen some shit that nobody else wants to ever see. Because, you know, cars come in from, how can I tell a bad throttle bearing? You mean a throwout bearing? Because I can hear it right now. I press in the clutch, it goes away. Because it puts pressure on the bearing. Sometimes they can get worse when you press on them. It's just either or. When it's making noise now, and then I step on the clutch, and it stops making noise, then... Oh, I hit my ankle on the damn lift. Oh, that hurt. Whew. See? Now it stopped. I got the clutch pushed in. Let it out. In. Stops. So, throwout bearing's bad. Or something else in the clutch is bad. But more than likely the throwout bearing. Oh, scanning. That's what I was going to do. Before Milky asked me a silly question about how do you tell a throwout bearing is bad when you should already know. How could you not know this, Milky? God. Under here somewhere. There you are. What? And you're Canadian? I thought everybody outside of the United States could drive a manual. And they're all like, only manuals. It's just the Americans that only have automatics. The rest of us are sensible, and we like to shift gears because we're really bored when we drive because our roads suck because there's nowhere to go. Jesus. All right, well, we're gonna have to start with clearing this because this is the list of codes. Oh, sorry, not that one, this one. All those are open. Clearly all this has been fixed. Every last one of these is intermittent. So that got it act up. Yeah, she's just being pissy now. Well, of course I cleared all the codes, everything reset, all the adaptations reset, etc. So she's gonna be a little pissy. Come on, baby, you can do it. Because I need to know what relevant codes I have to pay attention to, not literally all of them. All right, you must have a vacuum leak somewhere. When I reset the adaptations, it reset the shift, or reset the, There's one broken one. Fucking heartburn, dude. I swear to God. Who knows what rubber line under here is trashed? What happens when I don't eat a hamburger for lunch? Cylinder one's practically dead missing. Which it probably had to do with the cam adjuster. Really, no fault codes yet. Interesting. Oh, there it is. Oh, I wanted to see what the brakes are about real quick before I shut this off. ABS brakes. In before it's a wheel speed sensor that's not reading. Hey, look at that. It's like I'm a goddamn clairvoyant. Wheel speed sensor, rear right, electrical fault in circuit. Yay! Oh, there's the secondary air pump. Well, it's good to see the front ones are working. All right then, go ahead. Let's see, is it a dead short in the rear? Let's put the rear one at 25. Put these at 25. There. Left rear, oh, parking brake's on because it's a manual. Left rear. Right rear. Ooh, that was a bit sticky. Was that did you get a signal out of that one? Nope. No signal. Alrighty then. That's a place to start. We got bupkis off of that right rear wheel. Sorry, I had to blow my nose. It's a common problem. 160,000. Yeah, IPA's around. He was here just a little bit ago. Sweet. What you want? Screwing around, doing nothing? You want me to work on things?
Is that going?
I don't know. You done with lunch yet? Okay. Just gotta fill it up. And offwards we goes. Right, let's go check wiring. For starters, let's check the sensor itself, which is a very common failure point. For the ABS brake, blah, 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 blah. I wonder why the oil pan was off. What was for lunch? Oh, I had chicken noodle casserole. It was chicken broccoli casserole, which is chicken, broccoli, cheese sauce, baked until it's nicely golden brown on the cheese. And then you put it over whatever you want, rice, noodles, somebody's spleen, I don't care, whatever floats your boat. Let's just take a quick peek, see if there's anything obviously broke. Nope. So I'm going to go ahead and pop off this sensor, and then we're going to ohm it and see and compare. And then we'll check for a power signal. I didn't drop anything. Get off my damn case, boy. One and done. We're gonna need a screwdriver for this. And a headlamp. I don't know if this is going to come out easily. We might have to take the brakes off and beat this one out. It's not moving very easily. And that's usually a sign of it being stuck as shit. We in the industry call this fucked. Yeah, she's pretty seized in there. All right, well, we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. We can test it where it sits. Kind of wanted to check the reluctor wheel, or I forget what you call it exactly. The wheel that lets you read measurements from. So, I got my tester, except I need this and this, so I can disconnect this. There we go. Oh, I don't know if my connector's gonna work. This is a different style connector. Are the wires in the same spot? Nope. That won't work. Well, all I'm gonna do is end up breaking this thing. And you sure as hell can't torch it because, well, wow, my arm's dirty. Well, alrighty. I would say this part is not super critical on our list of things to check right this minute, because they're more worried about their oil light. But this, I can just notate that we will need to do some more in-depth removal of stuff back here in order to gain access to this thing. And also he needs rear brakes because they're shot. So that's a good time to do it at the same time, if he decides he would like to keep that. Because the rear brakes are almost metal on metal. So, two birds and one stone. Take off the brakes, put new brakes on, knock out that wheel speed sensor. You get the point. Did you figure out which one's which?
Yeah, this is all the same bag, and then the other one had the bottle, but it was the other number, so I was trying to figure out which one's the same stuff.
Probably.
Machines.
It's when you take it up front and ask them to tell you. That's what they're for. Yep, boss got one for all of us. So everybody's got their own headlamp should they want one. The exhaust stopped up? Then what am I going to do with it, Milky? How do you propose I connect it to the rig? Am I going to run around with a cable hanging back? I remember when I had a 2-camera system. It was 2 USB webcams. Okey smoky pokey pokey. What do I want to do now? One, getting access to this oil pressure switch is going to be really hard because it's in the oil filter housing, which is right up there and really hard to get to, although it's not on. Is there another place I can tap into the oil pressure? I have experimented with lots of things on this stream, and I haven't found anything that really blows the rest of them out of the water yet. And that's the problem. I've gone with no politics, I've gone with politics allowed, I've gone with 2 cams, 1 cam, kind of mobile-ish cam. You think or you know? Because that's the key. Because if I can get one of them bastards to be wireless, then by golly, we have our answer. However, then we change the entire setup. We make that desktop hardwired into the network, so that way we don't have to rely on the Wi-Fi, so that way we can use the Wi-Fi to connect to the GoPro, and if it does do 1080p, then we're golden. And I just have to keep batteries and have to change them out periodically and be within range of the Wi-Fi. And that would be nice. I never rebuilt an engine. You mean weekend engine work or weekend work at all? They're probably just generally better because I can be here and be as obnoxious and annoying as I want to be, instead of a calm, reserved, not obnoxious person that I am during the week, which is not really very fun for viewing. It's great for learning, but not good for entertainment. You gotta get some pliers to open them bitches up. Yep. When Barrick was here, yada yada yada. Shut up, ABS light. See, now it seems like you cleaned up your act. It's not misfiring like it was before. Still misfiring a little bit, but it's not the worst. Wonder how much oil's in that cylinder. Looks like the gasket's new. Uh, 2017, maybe 2018. Whoa, 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 whoa. Still no red oil light though. Might have to go drive it to make that happen. Although I do want to check on these. What a jerry-rigged pilot. So here's the coils and their connectors, dutifully connected with their zip tie bras. Yep, it is a gamble. It's a gamble of, is it actually low on oil, or is it just the oil pressure sensor being pissed off? I bet you the mechanic still listens to Limp Bizkit. This thing wasn't doing its job anyway. This is a cylinder in question. So what you're going to want to look for is the angled one. Yep, like that. So, cool. And you just stick that up in that little hole. Have the drain plug bolt ready for yourself. So that way you can cap that as soon as the oil starts coming out of there. After you get like what seems like a decent stream for a second. Like if it drips, keep pumping some more. And then we'll lower the car down, start it up, shift it through the gears, and I gotta hook up the scanner to it so we can read the oil transmission fluid temperature. It smells okay. The cylinder's nice and clean. Oh, yeah. I suppose. One day Noah will have to get his own 5, but for now he can use mine. Not super tight. Ooh. What new song? Whoa. Well, there's one of your problems. I'm gonna be honest. I never had an auto light that I didn't hate. Also, this gap is like non-existent. What is the gap on this thing? Maintenance. You got the valve open? Okay. Why are you going so slow? Oh, it's not like there's something blocking it or something? that point, it's like just put the other adapter on it, pump a bunch into the bottom. .8 millimeters, and the torque is 30. 0.8 millimeters. If only I had a gauge for that. Oh wait, I do. It's right here. So we got, here we are, millimeters, 0.89, 0.76, so between these two. I can't get the, there we go, I can get the 0.76 in there. Can't get the 0.89, so the gap's probably okay. It just looks really tight. Thanks, Tom Tom. I gotta see what's happening over here. So if you just straight up pump it in like that, then it doesn't go in right. Interesting.
But it'll go in slowly.
Nothing in it? Eh. As I'm sitting here trying to blind you. Let me get my mirror. There it is. It should be able to just pump right in there.
Yeah, that's what I think.
Stupid hoses. Uh-huh. Yeah. You see that? It's like it steps down.
Yeah.
So then your second option to pump a bunch in quicker is find the adapter that fits in that. So take your drain plug there. Where's the bag? Oh, right here. And it's going to be like this one or, no, not that one. This one or this one. It's one of these two, whichever one's the right thread pitch. Because they're close, but they're not the same. And one will ruin your day if you try to use it. So you screw that in the bottom, then you go nuts, pump a bunch in. Well, doing it the bottom way, you can pump in that whole bucket, and then we just lower it down before we take the thing off, start it up, shift it through the gears, then take it off. And if it's leaking out then we're full. We just got to wait for it to drip out the rest. Torque to spark plugs, folks. You will appreciate me for it when you do it, because it ensures correct heat range usage, etc. This is an original coil. Where are my spurs? I'm gonna throw a spare coil in there, see if that helps clean it up some. Except all of mine are way too big. Do I have any this old? That's the real question. That's a wire. I very well might not, because I might have thrown them all away at this point. I got Audi coils, I got Volvo coils, I got Mini Cooper coils. Oh my god, I'm dropping stuff everywhere. Hey, look, I found one. Whoop, whoop. Look at me. Pack rat of all things. Pays off right now, doesn't it, bitch? What? Extra coil hype. Wait, which one was this one? This one's our quote-unquote new one. Needs dielectric grease. You ready? Yep. Look ready. Awesome. All right, well, let's go help Noah for a few. So just leave it connected there and just move the bucket out from under it. And then we'll lower the car down, because that'll stay. And also, do we have any more of this fluid?
Yes.
Okay, it's up front.
Yeah, I got enough for it.
Oh, yeah. Just left that pressure I just put on it. One option you can do is see if it starts filling it up down here, which is suggesting that you have enough in there that it's leaking back down. But if it's doing that, then we can shut it, wait for a second for this to, you know, settle down and for all the air to come back up, and then crack this open and see if you see any coming down. Yeah, there's a little bit. So seems like we're full. So you want to go ahead and let it down so you can get up in there. Watch out for the bag, man. How dare we leave this bag as a tripping hazard in the walkway? That's fine. You're good. And then, all right, hop in there. You can go ahead and start the car and shift it through some gears. What? Not yet. We can just hold on to that for a minute. Yep. All right, shift it through like reverse. Yep. Okay. Drive down to the other ones. That's fine. You don't have to let it run, or you don't have to let it spin. You can just keep the brake down, and then go back through them up the park and park. Then you can get out and pick her on up. No, leave it running. There we go. Our ATF temperature is currently 19 degrees Celsius. Right here. So we're gonna wait to see that get up to 35 to 45 is our range. But for now, pick it up, pull out that plug, see if there's any fluid coming out. If there isn't any fluid coming out, then we need to get more and pump it in there before it needs it. Oh, we're shutting the hood. Oh, the eyelash beetle. Yeah, buddy. She's a winner. That's good. About to pull itself off and find out. So I presume what's going to happen is we're going to pull off that hose and nothing's going to come out. You can just pull it off the end of here because it'll come out of there too. So yeah, yep, loosen that up real quick.
Got 2 hands.
Oh good. Oh, hey, we're good. Pull out the plug. We got enough.
And then I put string plug in?
Nope, leave that out.
Wait.
Yep.
Alright.
So we're going to wait for the temp to come up.
Everybody online see your
Yep, there are secrets that are easily available online literally everywhere. They'll be doing this at home. And then they'll be like, why did my transmission blow up? And I'll be like, well, you didn't do it right. How could I not? I did exactly what you did. Well, I suck, so don't watch me. We learned you today, didn't we, buddy? Well, actually, get ready. That temp's heating up pretty quick. It's 24 already. This is the problem where we hope that we run out of fluid faster than the temperature goes up. Because if not, then we plug it, pull it outside, and let it cool off and do it again. But this part is the easiest part here, where we just pretty much wait for it to finish dripping out the excess. And you can put the cap back in the other one while you're waiting in the fill hole. $27.
We might get it slowing down.
Even if it starts dripping now, then we still wait for it to finish getting up the temperature, and because it'll drip off a little bit. Although, can't tell if it's my gloves or black or it smells okay, and it gets on my nose okay. No. We can't have dipstick tubes anymore. That takes engineering and thought and people having to do their damn job. If you get rid of the dipstick, then we don't have to worry about a dipstick tube. We don't have to put the transmission anywhere accessible. We don't have to make it to where you can work on it at all. Why would we want to do that? Then you could fix it and not buy another car. You crazy, crazy bastard. You and your ideas. Filled for life transmission. This is one of those transmissions. It's considered a fill for life. Sweet. That means we are about perfect. So just have it ready to, once it hits, I mean, you don't even have to be that specific. Did you put a new gasket on it? I'd go up front and see if there's another washer. You got temperature time. If there's not an easy one, then whatever, just use that one. But I've had gaskets when I've replaced them and haven't replaced the gaskets, and they'll leak a little bit. It's just kind of annoying. Although, child better hurry up. Hurry up. This is all you, buddy. Oh, okay. I was afraid you didn't see them and you're about to run over them. Plug it.
I went in and out over twice.
Yeah, it'll be fine. Good enough.
Sweet.
All right, so after this, I mean, we can just let it down and go test drive it. Do what? Yeah, you can put that back on. Was there an under tray on it? And you don't really have to. It'd be a good idea, but yeah, so you can let it down, go test drive it. The thing we were looking for was the fact that when I was driving it, it basically shifted really hard into pretty much every gear, upshifting and downshifting. It would be very bangy. So you shift up and it's like you're driving a stick that, it's like you're driving a stick that sucks with the clutch. It's very harsh. You can shut it off if you want to and put the side stuff on or whatever. But thus far we are done. The fluid is full, the transmission filter has been changed, the fluid has been changed, and we can assure it's full. So this is a test, you can pull it out. This is a test to find out if the transmission is going to survive. I concur. I mean, chances are it's probably never been serviced. It mostly seemed to happen in second and third, I think it was. Maybe it was fourth, but fifth wasn't bad, and one was kind of hard to tell because it's first gear, usually it's already in that gear. I have that Wi-Fi Bluetooth, not a Bluetooth version, but they just have a wireless version, and the problem with using the wireless version is I need wireless to do it. And my wireless is currently in use for this. So unless I get a second wireless card, you know, then. Which, I mean, maybe by the time we finish doing all of our stuff here soon, we'll have like 5 or 6 wireless cards in there. So Milky, if you want to research on how I can wirelessly stream with the GoPro, then by God, and use OBS like it is currently, then please do let me know. Or if anybody else here has done that. I know Tim does. You're an ass. So how do they do it? Oh, Lord. I got a Hero 7. Pretty much. Or as some people say who are in poor relationships, life's a bitch and then you marry one. So I would say that they didn't They missed one of the steps in the seeking of a partner. Granted, I mean, my wife's kind of a bitch, but in a good way. Like, she ain't gonna put up with my shit, which is good for me. But just to be bitchy for no reason, that's an entirely different story. Because that's why last night she tried to commit murder. Or rather, she tried to have me commit murder by, when I was getting ready for bed, she jumps in the bed and tries to put her frozen ass feet against my back, and we about had to have a fight. And I don't mean like, meh, don't do that. I mean like, we're gonna fight. No, marriage isn't slavery. Get off that. It just means it's a commitment. And if you can't do that, it's communism. No. What part about it is slavery, masculinity? Again, it depends on who you pick. My wife and I never got officially married for like 10 years. Or no. Was it 07? It was 07. So that'd have been like 6, 7 years. And then we finally, mostly because we didn't have enough money. But weddings are expensive. And even then, we still got out with like under $1,000. Them lashes is stylish. They're beautiful. I want, if I get a beetle, I'm gonna put eyelashes on it. And I'm gonna put eyeshadow under it. And I'm gonna paint boobies on it. Actually, if you do it right, what you do is you take that and then you put the bra around the front, and then you put the cleavage right here. And then you can say, yes, my headlights are on. Damn it, I always get this wrong. I keep assuming it's a 6 and it's a 5. Sorry, my monitor's getting a little sloppy. When it starts flopping around, I have to tighten the bolt that holds it down. There. Now I'll move it, but it won't just willy-nilly wing wherever it feels like. Okay, that's a problem of society, not of the institution of marriage. Oh, thank God. Yep, cylinder 1 misfire. Still hasn't caught up on that. It's because everything's a fucking social construct. It's a social construct. Yes, getting married is a social construct. Living in a house is a social construct. Eating food is a social construct. Cooked food is a social construct. Other people started cooking food, so I started eating cooked food. You want to get back to nature, fucking get out there naked ass and go hunt you some shit and start chewing on it. That's not a social construct. You want to survive, hunt, and eat. Away from the facts that, let's see, the majority of marriages end in divorce. Why do you think that is? For who? Milky. She seems to be running okay. I guess with the newly found dipstick tube. Ooh, that hurts. Oh, that's good and bruised now, bud. Oh yeah, look at that fresh red bruise on my ankle. Oh, it is. But why shouldn't they be bound to that? If they were going to be together for that long and say people started divvying up the responsibilities of being in a relationship, then, especially if children are involved, who gets what? Who determines that? Because, like, if me and my wife got divorced, she's been at home with the children this entire time and I've been supporting her, so should she just, well, sorry, hun, you're on your own now. Good luck with that. You haven't had a job in 15 years. You go to put an application in, they're going to be like, when was the last time you had a job? Oh, it's been a minute. Oh, yeah. I guess we're just going to have to go drive it. See if it'll fuck up. I mean, right now, one of my coworkers is trying to get divorced from her husband who has some serious, serious problems. And they can't get divorced for a year after they start being separated and they initiate the divorce proceedings. It doesn't seem very amicable to either party. So, if you really want to get down to brass tacks, it's because I think people don't know how to communicate. Before and after they're married. They get married in a frenzy of passionate love and, oh, I want to spend the rest of my life with you. And then along goes down the way of, oh, well, this isn't fun. If you went in there with the wrong expectations, you didn't know the person as well as you thought you did, you didn't communicate your problems with each other, then you don't have to get married. You can do that and not be married. But hey, you know what I'd like to do? Get the government out of marriage. Well, that would be awesome. But in a society where we try to encourage relationships to last because stable families create stable children, which help create stable society, we would like people to stay together if at all possible. And so just the ease of walking in and out of a relationship isn't necessarily great for the children who have to deal with that insanity of somebody else coming home every night. Jason's ready to slam in that motor and drive it away. Vroom, vroom. You don't think it'll drive away? We both have our suspicions on that one. 80% leakage on the cylinders doesn't look good. But it's our second motor, so they're like, yeah, we're not going to send you two bad motors. Well, you kind of did. You guys are depressing. You know that? You're all depressing. Because you guys give up too easy. It's hard. Y'all gotta find the right person. That's the point. That's why dating is a thing. It's not like, oh, well, you guys are wanting to do it and you want to be in a relationship? Ah, marriage. So think about it historically speaking. Why was marriage such an important thing? Property? Religious reasons? Any other takers? I'd have a different opinion on both of those. Onward and upward. Let's see if the frickin' Wi-Fi can handle uploading 6 gigs a second or 8 gigs a second and then downstreaming another 1,500. Cool. Off we go. So we're looking for a red oil light. I gotta get closer. Cool. Hot air. I would like hot air. It is not cold time. It is hot time. Although I'm pretty sure the fans don't work. But that's a different story. And that beeping's the ABS and the brake light. Did it drive better? I mean, did it shift okay? Like
It shifted okay. It was a little.
Like it didn't
rough.
do that with you and slam you back forward?
It did it a tiny bit. Like you could feel it like kicking in, but it wasn't bad. So,
Okay. Why don't you go drive it a little later before we give it away?
yeah.
Okay. There's the red oil light. Well, that didn't take long. I don't hear it running any different though. Oh shit! There's a lot going on right now. I'd go with the sensor at this point. Maybe. We're gonna have to do an oil pressure test probably. Happened when I was sitting on the hill. What if I find another hill? Money, money, money shifted it into death. Come on. Funny noises. Funny grind, not funny haha. Not funny like a clown. There it is. It comes on then goes off, and nothing changes. That's just the ABS still. Shut up. Are they trying to sell this damn thing? I think the sensor's probably shorted. It's either leaking out of the sensor and shorting the connection and then it leaks down or something. But we're just gonna turn around and go back to the base. Go back to base! Shut up! Take a slightly different route. Granted, the engine's already nice and hot. Yeah, it could be annoying. But the engine doesn't sound different. Little misfire there. Just restart the car. Yeah, I know. Don't you love restarting a car when you're driving it? Uh, 2002 GTI. Must have two sensors. You gonna come all the way up my ass, Mr. Truck? Or are you just gonna go mostly? Could I lube before you go up it? Might make things better for both of us. Wheel bearing or something on that side. Might be the tire, because it's very Either that or I'm going to smoke this car in a second. One of the two. Granted, this thing's worth about $5 as it is. I'd drive the shit out of this car, though. Granted, there's nowhere to put the children, so it would only be as useful as it is to drive to and from work. $17. Ugh. Heartburn. Damn you, chicken! Because like now, the oil light will be off when I'm under 2,000 RPM. Yep. I think it kicks on after 2K because it's looking for... There it is. As predicted. And then once you get below it, it's still flashing from the last time. I think it's like 1,500, maybe 1,700 RPM. It's something kind of arbitrarily weird. And it's probably got a low pressure sensor and then a higher pressure sensor. That's like, hey, we got oil pressure, and then another one's like, yo, a thing. Yeah, that they put shit oil in here. However, before we stop with the live stream or the wireless. Knock, knock. Knock, knock. Oh, Eric had to do it. Yes. No, I totally wrecked it on the way out. Yeah, it was already quite fucked up.
Yeah, body shop came down here about this.
Yeah.
Somebody reprogram a rack opinion. It's like, we put a rack in it.
Yeah. That's not fun. All right, let's go drive the other one. Let's see if this will stay working. Hold your thoughts. Okay. We got the key to the Beetle. Yeah. Oh, God. This thing's so far away. You son of a biscuit. Hey, why don't you guys stay down there this time? Because they probably have, like, put something on their windows to prevent things from sticking. better. Oh yeah. Mucho better. Mucho better. We went through all 6 years and it didn't freak out. I mean, pretty much what we're feeling is just the shifting of the car. Although it's got a bit of a brake shake. We'll give it back to him and let him try it. Listen, right now y'all are my kidnapping victims. I have stolen you, and now we're off for a run. You've been kidnapped in a Volkswagen Beetle with eyelashes. That one was a little stuttery right there. Ooh, that's not bad. But that's not much better. Kind of stutters a little bit there. We started off in 4th gear. Okay, we're gonna pull over to the side here. And 1, I'm gonna set up the camera a little better. And 2, we're going to start from a stop. Holy mackerel. Let's try right here. Yeah. Yes, because we're left. We drive on the left hand of the car. Ah, you son of a bitch. Let's try that now. See how long you stay there. Hopefully you don't fall down. Ooh, this is a good opportunity to go back towards the shop so we can go the other way. Oop. It still shifts kind of hard. Less hard than it did. Oh, that was terrible. You bastard. This thing won't stick to any of these damn windows. Now that will. What you doing? Oh Lord, we got this whole thing flipped. Okay. It works. Get up, chat, you're drunk. The chat turned, but the camera didn't. That's fun. Straight. Now turn. There we go. If it shifts like it's currently doing, then I'm going to go with no. It's not helped much. Might be time to trade her in. I hope they give you a good deal for them. Let somebody else deal with the transmission. Off we go. Going from 2 to 3 was kind of harsh. 3 to 4. Yeah, I don't like it. It's kind of giving you a little. 5 is better. Although shifting out of 5 to 4 was a bit harsh. Are you slowly falling? Yes, you are. Back you go. Just slowly falling like an asshole. Ziptronically, it works all right. I don't know. It's meh. I would say it's had a mild improvement, but it hasn't fixed it. What if there's a shift point reset? I have to go look for that. And we'll just take it right back there and go look for it. Oh, Lord. Yeah, that was harsh. Hope Noah didn't get something else in. Oh. Never mind, I'll just go put it out back. What? No, I just didn't know he got a car in already. I don't know these things.
So now where are you going?
Back here. Just gonna pop it right here for a minute. Man, confusing this transmission makes it bad. Alright. Look, the backyard. Ow. Look, the shop truck. Cool. See you in a second. I'll be right back. What, did you ladies get cold? Turn on the heaters again? No VR6s here, there, bud. Zombie murder. Zombie murder. VOI FYI? VO1? What is VO1, Rosalind? Let's see. O1M. Yep. Oh, it needs a damn everything. I mean, well, what am I trying? I'm looking at the oil light, which I would go with probably what Ben said, which is it seems to be a sensor because I was just driving it, and oil light comes on and goes off basically when it feels like it. The only thing to do at this point would be to put a oil pressure test gauge on it, but it's not easy to get to. It's down there, is how you get the tester on there. However, this thing is just a damn mess. And like driver's side axle is, the boot is gone. Like it's got a giant hole in it and all the grease is gone and it's pretty much, it is dry. I'm betting that oil pressure sensor down here is leaking internally and we probably need to get a new one and pop it in there. Would be, I would say, would probably fix the oil light because I don't think it's running out of oil or oil pressure. If it is, it's just like it's supposed to be at 30 and it's at 27 or 26 or whatever. What's up?
Pull up your schedule real quick.
My schedule? What happened?
I just want you to look at it real fast. Because this was on you. That one was.
What is this?
Just change brakes on it squealing.
Oh. Oh, is this the Subaru?
Yeah.
I do all four or just two? I did all four on this? Yeah. This is the one I think when we drove it, we had that hardware on the one. Yeah. Yeah. It was the fronts. I think it was the front left. There was some of the hardware kit doesn't fit great, so I put it after I test drove it the first time. I didn't hear it with the window up, but when I drove back, Noah heard the squealing on the that side, and so we found something because you could just spin the wheel in here. So we fixed that and it stopped squealing, but I guess something shifted again.
I don't know. She just said it's annoying as hell.
I believe it. Did you hear it, Noah? Yeah, because you don't want to smoking hot brakes while you're touching them.
That Fusion from the body shop.
The one with the broke rack?
Is the rack broken?
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't think so. I don't know if it is or not. We need to figure that out.
What? What? So they brought us a car.
Hey, I don't want to talk about it anymore. We just got to figure it out.
I mean, guess it's not the body shop up the street. It's the other body shop. Yeah, the one that we have trouble with in the first place.
Every single time.
It's like they want to pawn it off on us. I hear a popcorn sound in the back of an Audi A3. Hatchback or regular back? So this. So we fixed the dipstick tube and dipstick. All right, so what did we turn on the heaters? Because I'm cooking again. You big babies and you're, oh, it's chilly outside. What?
Sorry, I didn't hear you when you came through. What's the deal with the green beetle?
It shifts a little better, but it's not fixed.
Okay.
So I'm trying to find out if there's like a shift point reset I can do that might help it shift better. But
Okay.
other than that,
Okay.
there might not be any fix for it.
All right. Will you know something for me? Like, can this one come out and that one get in? Because Alex, he's going on vacation or something.
Oh, cool.
He's not going to be super urgent.
Yeah.
I was hoping to get her out of here today.
Mhm.
And then once we get her figured out, if we can get her out, we want to get the fusion in because we got to diagnose that power steering issue.
Why is everybody bent about this power steering issue?
Well, we just had a blowout up front between us and Gerber because they're claiming that they told us that it needed to be diagnosed. None of us heard anything about that. And
Okay.
we had said twice it will have to be diagnosed. If it needs programming, you're going to have to take it to a dealer. Next thing we know, they send a programmer here, and we're like, we haven't even freaking diagnosed it. And they're like, well, he told you to, and da 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 da. It's just a mess. So, yeah. So those are our 2 fires to put out.
Okay.
Okay? Thank you, sir.
It actually seems pretty. Seems like it's key on, gas pedal over the floor. With the gas pedal still floored, turn key off, release gas pedal. Key on for 5 minutes without touching anything. Start engine. There's a way to reset it with VAGCOM. There's a way to reset it with VAGCOM, so I guess I'm going to do that. And we'll put this thing outside, because fuck it. Hold on. Let me pull this out. I'm going to pull the beetle back in. Five speed doesn't have shift points. It can be in any gear I want it to be. Onward and upward, be right back. Come on, Santa baby. Because I'll be coming down your chimney. Godzilla. I should make like. Do they still do replays on Twitch? All right. Four-speed automatic transmission. Yeah. You got that torque converter all the way in there?
Dude, it has to be. It ain't going no further in. I know what it looks like, but damn.
Well, I'm just trying to see how far it's sticking off that. I don't think it's in all the way. I think it's at least flush. Like, not like the back end's flush with the housing, because see how much room you have on the bell housing?
Yeah.
That's sticking out far way too far. Jiggle and twist and jiggle and twist. Do it harder. Harder! I bet you get it to drop in another time. And then I'll come and try it. Try and do a shift point reset. Auto transmission, basic settings. Go to set group 000, basic settings, group 00000. Hit go. I got the key on, it's plugged in. Basic settings group, reset learned values, step 1. System in Grundinstallungen. Any of y'all speak German? It's a serious question. I'm not joking, because I really need to know what this says. What does that says? System in Grundinstallungen. I have no idea if I pronounced that even close. So it says, let's see, prerequisites, blah, 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 auto trans, basic so 4. Press accelerator to the floor and hold for 3 to 5 seconds. The system is in basic settings, cool. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They said 3 to 5 seconds. And release the accelerator pedal. All right, so apparently that's it, and now I'm supposed to start it. I guess I should get out of that. Thank you, German speakers. I appreciate that. There's no fault codes? No, good. Okay, so it should have worked. Because I've heard methods that say press it all the way to or shut off the key, and others that say don't shut off the key and start it directly. So we're going to go with not shutting off the key and starting it directly, because that is one that we can't undo if we turn off the key. So I'm going to go run up and down the street real fast and see what happens, if it helped or if it didn't. And if it didn't, we'll come in and press the pedal down, turn the key off, turn the key back on, or whatever. So give me like, I don't know, 4 or 5 minutes. Just a couple of minutes. Did you get the thing to drop more? Yeah. Ah, you did. Closed the rest, or tried to close it more, and it didn't seem to want to turn. Okay, 1 second now. Oh. My bad. Scoot this a little further back. There we go. Cool. Watch Jason. change. But I have to diagnose this fusion. Varktech? I still don't know what you're saying. So Rosalind Page comes in and says V01 FYI. Then Seidel Melendela says Varktech. I don't know what any of that means. I'm sorry. How are you doing, Atomic Agent? I hope you're doing fantastic, as per normal. I don't need this. This is for the Volkswagens. This is a fusion. And this fusion here has a bad rack. Where's that rack? The rack is not working. I have drunk about this before. Yep. I have definitely drunk about this before. Let's get our bearings as to what we're doing here. I'm pretty irritated with this. Diagnosed this 30 minutes to an hour. Figure out what to do before the end of the day. There's our rack as well.
What you doing, John?
Diagnosing this pile? Rack?
Not
I've already diagnosed it.
You did?
Huh?
You did?
I told them they had to start with a rack and a module. But you're welcome to go back behind it if you want.
No, I mean, Ken just came back here and said I have to diagnose the fusion to find out why the rack's not working.
Okay, go ahead then.
What, I mean, I assume you check for power and ground?
You can see voltage on scan tool.
Oh, okay.
It thinks the car's going 64 miles an hour right now.
Oh, sitting still?
Yeah.
So it disables the power steering because it doesn't need to assist because
Well,
you're going
I
60.
mean, it's got other data issues. 6,000 something degrees steering angle. So I mean, go ahead, carry on. Maybe you'll see something I did.
Great. I'm sure it's just a fuse. Zero brake squeak, yay! What did you find anything? All right, there's 3 wires going there.
No, not to mention there's like 3 recalls
On steering?
on the steering module rack.
Yeah, I was looking it up just to see, and it was a bunch of power steering problems.
And all the particular codes that's stored.
Yeah.
There are recalls for the codes this is stored?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
My feeling is the steering probably didn't work when some of this was written.
probably not.
That's what I was thinking. Because I mean, all the power and everything looked fine. I wouldn't think. I mean, the rack itself looks fine. No leaks or anything. Nothing.
Where's that cable go?
Too much plugged into the rack.
Yeah, I mean, it's just one
So it was
giant cable. Oh, and it's right here is one of them.
Yeah, it was like 1 or 2 connectors.
Yeah, so we could back probe this. And this other wire, because it's got 2 major giant wires. There's a big black wire, and the black wire probably goes to a ground that's somewhere down here. Oh, that runs up. Okay, so this is the ground for it.
Make sure the wires are plugged in.
Yeah, that's what I was just establishing.
You can see the module's on the fucking rack.
It's what?
The module is on the rack,
Okay,
like built on the rack.
yeah.
I'm not saying it couldn't be replaced separate, but I don't know.
All right then. Let's go ahead and back probe this wire and make sure we have an electrical signal. So, the good part is that's right in the front. What? Did it what? I know it didn't work.
I doubt steering works for the rack.
I don't think that I mean, it didn't work when I first got in it to pull into the backyard when it got dropped off. It never worked the entire time we've had it.
I don't know how bad it's hit. It looks like it's hit the front.
Yeah.
If it was hit dead on in the wheel, that could have damaged the module.
How far delayed are you guys?
So you didn't put like a right front load control on, a right front strut, nothing like that on there? Right front tire line in?
Come look at this cradle, Mike. This is what they were changing the cradle for.
Nothing bad, it's both bad.
No, you want to reach in there and turn the key on. I guess we can check 2 things at once. We can check for power going to the rack, and we can also check its ground by grounding it to its ground. Oh, that's the wrong pin. almost bent my pin.
I mean, I know they work pretty fair, but the door handles don't work.
You can see power on the cantle.
Mm-hmm.
See that it's getting power.
Yeah, it's got power going from here to the rack. And it's, I'm checking the,
Wires at the rack, there's a power around.
yeah, and I'm checking the rack's ground right here. It's getting power sent to the front wire, so unless that wire is broken between the front and the back, then the rack's getting power.
Might could get to the plug to unplug it right there, but
Yeah, that's what I was gonna do.
That mobile programmer guy, Mike?
Key still on? Well, you didn't turn it off, so yeah.
I just don't get how we wouldn't have heard diagnose cars.
Because the short answer is because the body shops are morons, and we've had this problem time and again with them, and it's always a battle because it almost makes it not worth it. Oh, sorry, this isn't the right car on the ticket, or on the thing. No, there's nothing to understand. Oh, there we go. That's disconnected.
Remember me asking them about the rack, and they're like, yeah, we'll ask them.
Here, come hold this and read the, and tell me if it gets, and then let's see, we'll ground this just, I guess, on this nice giant bolt right there. And then we'll take this pin and probe things. So, hold that like right there. All right, voltage?
11.4.
Cool. Any voltage?
Nothing.
Cool, because that should be ground. So now we should be able to tag into this and voltage. It might not because I don't know if I'm biting on the.
5 millivolts, probably not.
It's probably not biting on that because I was trying to grab it.
Yeah, just the way it's moving.
All right, let's go with. Let's try not to short this to ground. All right, voltage and ground.
11.3.
All right, we got power and ground to the rack. So, rack's bad. Or something in the rack is not doing its job. Oh, I need to light them so I can plug it back in.
Yeah, I looked just to like see if there was any common shit with the steering rack, and it seems like the steering rack likes to go out.
This is a 2012 Ford Fusion. And power steering doesn't work. It's electric. Of course, it's been in an accident because it's a body shop car. And when we got the car and we were going to diagnose, and we were told to replace the subframe for, you know, it being damaged. And so we said, okay, cool. Well, the rack isn't working. Do you want us to diagnose that? I guess either they never said anything or we never heard a response. And then after we had the subframe down and we were kind of getting stuff back together, we said, the rack is still bad. Do you want us to diagnose it? And I don't know if we didn't hear from them or they said no or whatnot. But then finally we're like, cool, car's done. And then they start talking to us and they're like, oh, the rack doesn't work. You guys need to diagnose that and tell us what's wrong. What? 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 Are you fucking kidding? We said it didn't work because the best time to change it would be when the subframe's out and the rack's on the floor. Because the rack was on the floor. And so we found out that there are several recalls on this rack for intermittent performance, for going out, for just not working, which are unfulfilled on this car. So yeah, you know, the normal political BS that happens with body shops and regular shops. This car is a piece. It is a pile. It is a big old junker. Sweet. All right. Fantastic. That's there. Ugh. Had to sneeze. Well, 4:30. There's nothing else that I'm going to be doing right now other than moving cars around and preparing for tomorrow, which is Friday. Also, I have Monday off, so yay. 3-day weekend for me, boys. So yeah. I'm going to go ahead and go for today, and we'll see you guys tomorrow for Friday Understanding Car Knowledge. And all the other great things that happen on Fridays, which is when we're done, we get to go home. And yay. So I'll be playing 7 Days tonight with Root Beer. And if you would like to play 7 Days with us, you can message Root Beer on Discord, or you can ask in the 7 Day server, and we will get you the password and login or in the IP, so you can come and shoot zombies in the face with us, and it'd be all sorts of fun. But thank you all for joining me. It's been an interesting day, to say the least, and I'll see you all tomorrow. So good night, goodbye, and I love you.